to our tech blog. Today we are going to solve problem number 20 of Leetcode, that is valid parenthesis. What the problem says is, given a string is containing just these characters and determine if the input string is valid or not. What makes the input string valid is the open bracket must be closed by the same type of brackets. Okay, open bracket must be closed in the correct order. Okay, every closed bracket has a corresponding open bracket of the same type. So there are a couple of examples are there. Suppose S string is open bracket, then there should be a closed bracket is available, so output will be true. So there are three different types of open bracket. Their corresponding closed brackets are there, so output will be true. If you can see in the example number 3, the open bracket and the closing bracket is of different types, so output will be false. Now let us understand the problem in bit more detail. So what the input we have given is, we have this as an input, right? Okay, what we to solve this question, we have three different conditions, right? What we have to say is, if there is any opening braces, we should be having a closing braces for that. To maintain that state, no, we are going to use a stack. Let me explain you the algorithm. What it is so first what you have to do is you have to iterate over the array. Okay, we'll iterate. So we have this array with us that have this 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so if we are 0, what we see, if you are finding a opening braces, okay, what you have to do, you have to push into the stack, right? So you have stack available here, so you find a push into stack corresponding closing bracket. Okay, so what you will push this for this and you move forward. At 1, what you are finding, it is a closing braces. Once you are having a closing braces, what you have to do, you have to pop the element from the stack. You have to perform whatever you find at the ith position is equals to the whatever you are popping. If you are, it is same, what you do, move forward. Okay, so what we have done, we have pop and we found out it is same. So what we have done, move forward. At second element, again what you are finding, opening braces, what you have to do, you have to push the closing bracket for the same. Okay, so for this closing will be this, right, and move forward. So at 3, what you are finding, a closing bracket. In the closing bracket, what you have to perform, first pop and then perform a equality operator. So equality, you performed a pop, and while performing the equality operator, what you find is this is equals to this only, then that means move forward. Okay, so at 4th, what we found, again opening braces. If it is a opening braces, what you have to do is push to stack, the closing one, push to stack. So the stack will contain this and move forward. At 5th, you are finding a closing braces to perform. You have to first pop. We pop this element. After popping, we got this is equals to this. That means move it forward. And then this iteration will complete. Once the iteration will complete, in the end, you will check if stack is empty. If stack is empty, that means every opening will have the closing bracket with this algorithm, and we will return true. That means our string is valid. Okay, now when it can fail, let's see an example how it will fail as well. So now suppose the input will be, suppose this. Okay, so the output should be false, right? What will happen in our case is, in the stack, when you reached the 0th element, that is opening bracket, what you do, we have to perform a closing bracket into the stack. The another step is, what you have to do is, at the first element, move forward. First element is the closing bracket. In case of closing bracket, what you have to pop this element, and this is not equals to this. That means you have to return false in such case. If it is not equals to, you have to return false. That means the string is not valid. That is what we are expecting as well. In this algorithm, we are able to solve. Let's try to code this problem. Okay, so what we have said is, we will create a stack, right? So let's create a stack. Okay, that stack is of character only, should be, because that all parentheses and all those things will be of character. Stack is equals to stack. We created a stack. Okay, now what we'll do, we will iterate. So int I equals to 0. Okay, I is less than, okay, to have that length, first what we have to do is we have to have a character array, because the things which is provided to us is a string. So what you will do is as that 2char array, because we need an iteration. Then what we do, arr dot length comma I plus plus, right? Now what I have told is, if arr of I is equals to a opening braces, right? It equals to a opening braces, then what you have to do is you have to push, you have to push into the stack this corresponding, its corresponding closing character, right? Now let's write the same thing for 3 different character. Okay, let's make it else if. Okay, and let's have this as well. The second character will be this, and for this we will push the corresponding closing character. Third character is the this will, if we are finding this, will push the corresponding closing character for this. Okay, if we are not having this, that means it is a closing character. Okay, if it is a closing character, what we have to perform is stack dot pop, we'll pop that element and we'll check equals to that closing character. If it is not equals to a closing character, that means we have to return false here. That means it is not a valid string. It needs to be balanced. That means it needs to be equals to the whatever the last element which we entered, right? And one more condition we will check, if the first character is the closing bracket itself, or closing bracket is coming before the opening brackets. In such case, stack will be empty, right? In such case also pass false. Else in all the other case, okay, not all the other case, at the end when this all iteration will be done, what you have to check is, if stack is empty, what you have to do is return true. If it is not empty, then return false, right? Let's try to debug this solution. Okay, I am giving input as this. Let's try to debug this solution. Okay, so we can see our input is here. Then we will go inside this. So we created a stack, we converted that to character array. If you can see, our ARR contains all those the input which we get. Okay, stack is currently empty, size is 0, you can see. Okay, we'll check ARR of 0, that is the opening braces. If it is openings, we will push the corresponding braces. Now you can see in the stack we pushed one as well. You want to see a opening got pushed here. Now next is ARR of 1 is like a closing braces. What we will do in case of closing braces, what we have to do, we have to pop the element. We go here, stack is empty, stack is not empty, we'll go to, it will pop the element and check whatever is there in the stack, is it equals to this. it is equals to this, so we will return true sort of. We're not returning that, will return true sort of thing, right? What it happened is, that means first opening got balanced with the closing, then ARR of 1, ARR of 2, sorry, it's again a opening braces, we'll push the corresponding closing and we move on. So let and we will, and then the next is the closing brackets, we pop it from the stack, and after popping we'll check if it is equals to, we'll move forward, else we'll return false. Now once this loop got completed, we'll check if stack is empty or not, because everything is balanced, so mostly the stack should be empty. What we will do, we'll return true, and that means this is a valid response. If you can see, response is true, right? Correct. Now try with an sum which will provide is it an invalid response? Let's try with this. What it will happen is, first we'll enter this, we created a stack character array. First we got a opening braces, we push the closing braces. Second element is the closing braces, but in such case stack is not empty, it's fine, but the last element is not equals to this element. That means the braces are not balanced. If the braces are not balanced, we will return false. Responses false. Now let us try submitting this solution. So we have pasted that solution in our Leetcode portal and we will run. So there are a couple of defined test cases. It will check on the basis of those test cases and let us know whether it is fine or not. It is fine. Let's try submitting. It will run all the available test cases and let us know. Okay, it is accepted. We are good with that. So thank you.